Hello and welcome to Midnight. The first thing you want to do is click on the link right here, thing link, that takes you to Midnight. The next thing you want to do is click on the hyperlink that gives you the instructions. This will take you to Google Docs. Google Docs will have a document that explains exactly how the story works, how you can pick an alternate ending, and it will show you the screenshot of a grid, what it looks like whenever all the icons are hovered over, so that you can see how to use it. It explains a little bit about the story, and it also tells you about what you need to look for as far as videos and opening them up. So once you've got to the end of this explanation with the instructions, this link takes you back to the grid. You can start with any of the stories. There are 7 different stories to choose from, so you can pick anywhere you want. Click on the Google Doc. The left side tells you the story, so this will lead you to a story about each character. Each character is different. You'll read through it, and at the end it will take you back to the grid. Now, since you started the story here, each story goes across with the explanations. So if you want to read about the alcoholic, his story is here, his life is right here, and his death is right here. So you can decide where you want them to end. So for instance, we read about the atheist. This was his story. Right here is his life, if he lives in the end of the story instead of dies. So let's take a look at what you get here. There are various different ways for them to live, and there are various different ways it's displayed. This is a poplet. So you would start here, and you would work your way down through the story, come to here, and then of course you would have to hit midnight again to go back to the grid. Poplet doesn't allow you to have a link back page, so I couldn't do that for you, but if you hit the back button or hit midnight, you should be fine. If you decide that you want to see how they die instead, or maybe you want to look at both, this is an audio clip for SoundCloud, and you can actually click on here and click right onto the SoundCloud, and it will actually start talking. So you can see the audio goes right in. Click on the little X and go out of it. Now another thing I want to show you is the videos. The videos for some of these are through Animato. Animato only allows you about 30 or 60 seconds for a video clip, unless you want to pay for a free membership. So what you need to do is you need to go over here to, like, we'll say for instance this video. You click on it and it'll start to load. Oops. Wait, let me pause that a second. Fix that for a minute here. Clicked on the wrong spot. Let's see. There we go. If you click on the right hand side, it will bring the video up. And what you want to do is you want to bring it to a full screen so you can see the words. Because if you don't, I'll show you in a minute what will happen. So here's the video with the words. I'm going to turn the sound down just a little bit because the music's kind of loud. So you can see that the words are actually there at the bottom of the screen if it's magnified. So let's go out of this and I'll show you what it looks like if you actually just click on the video here. So you see here, you can see a little sample of it, but you can't see any of the words, and the top of the screen is black. So you have to magnify it and make it an actual full video. And when you're done, you can just click out of it. So over here under the life part, we have a section where you have a video, you have another video. Down here we have some poplets from the Poplet site. Poplet I put on share, so you shouldn't have any trouble opening them. If you do for some reason, you can create a free account and it'll take you right to it. It's kind of like Prezi and other stuff like that. There was also a few other things that I tried, like for instance I used Storyboard and I put it into a Google Doc. So this is just a little bit of a different visual interest, and you can see it goes through the story and gives you what would happen if the housewife would live. and then at the very bottom there's a link that takes you back to the grid. Wherever I could put a link, I put a link back for you to make it a little easier. So basically that is how Midnight works. Down here in the corner is a Google Drive that gives you all the sites in case there are any pictures on here that you're curious where they may have come from, because a lot of sites that I used did have a lot of different pictures. So here is a bunch of pages of the works cited information. As far as the stories, like I said, the left side is the story, the middle is the end if they would live, and the right side if they would die. So that is basically your Thingling final project for Midnight. So thank you for watching and enjoy.